This topic focuses on the use of distractions by the ruling class to shift attention away from weapons of poverty. Distractions are also used to pacify an agitated citizenry and to prevent protests and uprisings. Many modern and ancient civilizations use distractions to maintain the status quo and to keep the ruling class in power. An example of this is the ancient Roman civilization, where they had their breads and circuses distraction strategy. It was a strategy of providing cheap or free food and entertainment to the populace for them to forget their sorrows. The bread part kept people from starvation, while the circuses part offered grand public spectacles like chariot races and gladiatorial games in venues like the Colosseum. In Nigeria, if you think this bread and circuses strategy is familiar, it's because we see it every day in the form of palliatives and football. We often see how the ruling class is quick to offer free or cheap rice to the public during periods of extreme hunger and hardship. In 2024, 7 people were alleged to have died in a stampede while trying to buy cheap rice from the Nigerian Customs Office in Yaba, Lagos, Nigeria. In 2020, some politicians who received COVID palliatives from foreign governments on behalf of their people personalized these palliatives with their faces and political posters. We saw videos of warehouses where these hoarded palliatives were hidden before being discovered and looted by a hungry mob. A palliative is meant to ease and not cure an ailment. Therefore, the sharing of cheap political food during a time of extreme hunger serves as a distraction from the underlying cause of food insecurity in the land. Palliatives here serve as the bread and the breads and circuses distraction strategy by the ancient Romans. What I find funny about this is that the ruling class actually sees this gesture as them doing us a favor by offering freebies. And they can take it away too if we don't show gratitude. It appears they have turned us all into a country of beggars. Let's move on to the circus strategy. For the ancient Romans, it was things like the gladiatorial games. For Nigerians, it's football or soccer. Although personally, I hate soccer, some Nigerians seem to be easily distracted by it. The ruling class knows this, and they use it. The government also promotes the game and also provides viewing centers at places like parks or the stadium. While beer parlors, restaurants, and barber shops freely display soccer on screen to lure and distract customers. This is quite common in bars, where the working class often gather after work to get distracted with alcohol and soccer. It's a distraction strategy that continues to work on many Nigerians. There's even a popular saying that tells you to drink away your sorrow, hereby highlighting that alcohol use is a form of distraction. So, apart from handouts, alcohol, and football, how else do the ruling class distract from poverty? Well, there's constant tribalism between the northern, southern, western, and eastern parts of the country vying for power, oftentimes leaving out minority groups. We see a lot of this during the election period. There are also religious distractions with holiday festivities and the demand for prayers to heal the nation. People tend to pray rather than hold our politicians accountable. There's gambling and sports betting, where people bet on soccer games as their only source of income. There's also propaganda on early morning TV, with pro-government interviewees shifting blames, demanding prayers, and introducing Stockholm Syndrome in their audience. This is a reaction where a victim begins to align with and feel sorry for their oppressor. We are distracted by classism, where the privileged seem to enjoy oppressing, shaming, and bullying the poor rather than fighting the problem of wealth disparity on a macroeconomic level. This is not a rich versus poor problem. It is a bad leadership problem, and we need to stop being distracted. A trending form of modern distraction now are the political Twitter trolls that seem paid to insult and cause chaos in the comment section of political debates. All of these distractions are weapons of poverty designed to keep the status quo, and they help to keep the ruling class in power while maintaining cycles of poverty. In many of these cases, it is easy to blame the government, but as a people, we are complicit too in the weaponization of poverty. And with that said, I will talk to you in the next episode.